Oh, mate, your car's on fire! Get out of the car!
In the heart of London, at the height of the rush hour, a street full of flames.
No, someone's in the car, son!
This is burning fuel and wreckage from a helicopter that plunged onto a busy road.
It seemed like it was going to miss the thing, but then the rotor seemed to hit it. It then dipped a bit. It then smashed right into the crane and cut the cab in half.
I turned the corner and just hear a massive bang and explosion. I looked to my left-hand side and I just see smoke building up, loads of fires, 3 cars on fire, people just running and screaming everywhere.
A helicopter's just come down on the route I was about to walk to work.
And it wasn't just those on the streets that were scared. The helicopter crashed within metres of Vauxhall station, packed with commuters.
As it was coming down, the train went past and the helicopter driver must have steered out of the way from the tracks.
You think that?
Well, yeah, as it came down, a train was coming across.
Within minutes, an enormous emergency operation had begun. The fires were quickly extinguished, but the wreckage remained. This is as near as we've been allowed to get, but you can get a real sense of the chaos that was created here when the helicopter hit the crane up there and debris came crashing down. 2 people died here, the helicopter pilot and a passerby. Others were injured, but senior officers say the consequences could have been even more severe.
Given the time of day in London and what's happened, this is an absolute tragedy for the people involved, and certainly for the families of the 2 people who've been killed. But it is probably miraculous that this wasn't much, much worse.
One escape was the crane driver. Colleagues say he would normally have been in his cab.
And the best thing about it was the crane driver is late for the first time in years, otherwise he'd have been in the crane. So we had some luck.
So what exactly happened in the skies above London? The helicopter, a twin-engined Augusta Westland 109, took off from Redhill Airport in Surrey at just after 7:30. It was going to Elstree in Hertfordshire, just north of the capital. At some point close to the Thames, the pilot made a request to divert and land at Battersea Heliport because of dense mist. At 8, it struck a crane on top of one of Europe's tallest residential skyscrapers, One St George Wharf in Vauxhall. Pouring smoke and losing height, it crashed nearby, just a few hundred metres from the headquarters of MI6 and about half a mile from the Houses of Parliament. The helicopter pilot was Pete Barnes. He was hugely experienced as a passenger and air ambulance pilot.
He was a member of the team, you know, he had a laugh with us, you know, he was very, very capable, just a general, really nice, capable guy.
This is the first helicopter crash fatality in London since records began in 1976. Weather seems likely to be a factor. Pilots still largely rely on what they can see, and this morning mist was in the air. But it is what happened on the ground that London will remember: fire and fear in the morning rush hour. Richard Bilton, BBC News, Central London.